Hola gente, vamos a seguir. Habíamos quedado. Justo habíamos llegado a la otra parte del río.
Hi, officer.
Lilian, la redera.
Anything I can help you with?
¿Dónde estamos exactamente?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Ok. Estamos en el pueblo pesquero.
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Las preguntas primero. ¿Cómo te llamas?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I
La
think I have
redera.
time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword.
La espada.
Helps to break the ice.
¿Una espada? No la veo. Bonita espada. ¿Tiene alguna historia detrás?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to
Okay.
intimidate folks mostly.
¿Sabes usarla?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it
Nos la
sure as
podía
hell
dejar.
beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
Ok.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
Entre la espada parece. Pone desde luego.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
¿A quién necesitas mantener a raya?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
¿Me prestas la espada?
No, I'm
Ah.
afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check.
Si es tan efectivo, ¿por qué no se
Put me
abren
in
más
early
mujeres?
grade. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them.
Observa,
anyone
señala la
falls for that.
expresión de la cara.
Not
No se ha
bad.
reído en mucho tiempo.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
¿Dónde están ahora esos hombres?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Mm,
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
y no es una broma
If it is, then why the melancholy?
porque ya no tiene marido.
Gone.
Efectivo, Wanda. Parde.
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
No. There's nothing to find.
Mm,
He's dead. Lost to the waves.
no decir nada más, dejar que continúe.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk
Vale,
like a skunk, and sure
Vale,
enough,
hecho por
one
dos.
day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Es
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
tal cual.
Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
Estoy entoñando con la linterna.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you
Con
could
otro pero
lead
mejor
some
borracho.
action.
¿A qué te dedicas por
Like I
aquí?
said, fish mostly. I sell the fish to people in the delta.
¿Da para vivir?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like this is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Wood, pieces of glass, every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore
Una
once.
mina también.
Bottles, drugs
Droga,
also.
de todo,
Lost
vamos.
cargo in.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Cuéntame algo de los cadáveres.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already.
Yeah. Maybe steer clear of the things reminding her of the
Pero
floater
bueno, a mí
she
que me
used to be married
da
to.
igual.
Just saying.
Entonces, ¿ese esquife es tuyo?
Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday.
Poner la
It'll
mano
take some
bajo la
time for it to
lluvia.
dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Hi. Sunny days.
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets,
Ujú.
bad news for the kids.
¿Por qué no cena el niño?
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the slush-like rain thing melt on the yellow belly of the boat.
Shot, huh? The
No, la
boat will
marea
be ready when
cambie.
the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather,
O
officer.
sea, que si hiciera bien, igual podíamos ir con eso.
My prediction,
Dentro de
will
2
be
días
at
como
least 2
mínimo.
days.
¿Me puedes ayudar? Estoy buscando a alguien.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Oh, a bastante gente, la verdad. Empezamos con el marido de la clase
Yeah,
obrera.
I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either.
Marido no es para mí.
Could do with some landed gentry.
Estoy buscando el nombre de su
Wish I
mujer.
could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Unos criptólogos desaparecidos.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
Gente que busca animales muy difíciles. Vale,
Aha, like snowmen.
también.
2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
¿A dónde han ido?
Don't really know. Further down the
A lo
peninsula,
largo
I
de la
guess.
península.
I mean, that's where they were heading.
Al norte.
Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
Una sospechosa que es probable que se haya escondido por estos lares.
Okay. When did
Hace
this
muy
person
poco.
stay here?
Tal vez hace un par de días. Es posible que llevase el viernes.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
¿En serio?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Eso es todo.
Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves?
Es verdad que estoy buscando
A
un montón
lot
de
of
cosas,
stuff.
¿no? Es lo que hacen los
I
polis.
guess that makes you into some sort of terrier.
División,
Either way, I can't help you out.
división reflector. Voy a mirar el vídeo. ¿Cómo habrán traducido esto? División del receptor. ¿Laoyao? No. Visor receptor. Lo de Laoyao era porque no se había llamado sabueso. Divisor receptor. Searchlight Division.
Searchlight Division.
A ver.
You sh-
Percepción. Más 2. Otro de percepción. Vale. Me pidieron que consiguiera tu firma.
Were you?
Ebra
It says
tiene
by signing, I agree to living with construction noise.
tal cual.
What exactly is the union building? What a nice idea.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Pensándolo bien, será mejor que no firmes los
Aye, if you
documentos.
say so. Probably better that way. I mean, who likes construction noise?
Vale, vamos a hablar con más gente. Si no tenemos más remedio, les damos los... Si no tenemos más remedio, les decimos que firmen. Oli. La bandera.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
No he
We are
dicho nada
not
de eso.
here to cause any trouble, madame.
Somos policías, somos camorristas. No, no.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw
Bien.
you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then.
Ya he estado aquí.
Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Espera, ya he estado
No,
aquí.
not you
Ah, vale,
personally.
ahora me...
I meant the RCM.
Ah, digo, igual
Some
me,
of he
me ha
was
olido o algo.
boarding, needed some help opening the door.
She says it as if he was on some kind of
¿De qué
spiritual
clase de mal
retreat.
presagio estamos hablando?
Oh, the usual. Dark
Oh,
tidings.
Sirius Black.
Black.
That's you, all right.
Sí, yo.
A black hound licking your own heels.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Bueno, no estoy tan seguro.
Maybe they are afraid.
¿Por qué?
Because you're an ill omen.
Ah, bueno.
But you're still welcome here.
Esa
As long as men with guns aren't
raciocinio no
chasing
tiene
you.
cura.
And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Vale. Voy a preguntar todo. Háblame de usted. ¿Quién es y qué hace en esta aldea?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you ask.
Isabel me suena. El caso es
Am
que
I
me suena ese
married
nombre.
now? It's your turn, Mr.
Vamos a hacer uso de nuestro nombre.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
¿Qué de esta aldea de
Just
pescadores?
us. It's barely a village anymore. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Claro, no, me estoy quedando sordo. Pornográficamente pobre es lo que dijo la otra. Tiene que haber algo aquí, cuéntemelo.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees
Es el
growing
POC.
wild. An old military
Hospital
hospital
militar.
and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the... Now the area is
Ese nombre que
crisscrossed
escuchas
with nameless
improvisada.
streets. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
It's cold.
Riddles. Fits with the general.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside
Yo
this.
también estoy
Oh,
perdido.
it seems to be a common theme these days.
Estoy en proceso de autodescubrimiento.
Isn't that what people always think when they are
¿Quién más
lost?
vive en esta
Well,
aldea? Lilian y
there's
sus
Lillian
hijos.
and her kids. If you knew
¿Cuántas personas
folks
nuevas
live
que
in
viven en
the
la
house
casa
to
del
the
este?
east. But they are away right now.
Pero ahora mismo no están.
And then there's the
Luego los
drums.
borrachos. Los que hemos visto por ahí. al
Not
lado,
a
¿no?
pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it.
Ya conocí a Lilian.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men
No he
here,
visto
at
ningún
least.
borracho.
Sooner
Hemos
or
hablado con
later,
ellos, que es
you'll see
diferente.
for yourself.
¿Alguna manera de
What
conseguir
up
dinero
here
por aquí?
For you? No, officer. The only money we have
Ok,
here
¿alguno
She
otro
nods,
tema?
rinsing another piece of cloth.
¿Dónde podría alojarse alguien por aquí?
is stay. Most people here are trying to leave.
Pues si me puedo alojar son 20 que me ahorro.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a
Ooh.
free room in the shack.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the
Oh,
village
la
to
señora me
the
cae bien.
Elysium.
Me la está dando sin
No
más.
one is using it, and God knows it's not much
Tienen
anyway.
poco y lo dan.
You can stay
No podemos
there.
echar a esta gente. Vale.
That's
Esa
exactly
también es
how
otra
they
trata.
get ya. That's why we
no
built
tienen
our
dinero, no
own
pueden
cinder
darte.
block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks.
¿Por qué no está
We
usando
might
ya
not
nadie
look
la
like
habitación?
much, but my kids grew up and left
Ah,
like
la de
we
sus
do.
hijos.
The house is long empty now.
Ok.
I live in the small side
Para
attachment.
cerciorarme, ¿puedo?
Aye.
Ok.
The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here. Go ahead. Call people rude things. We've heard worse here. Now, are you interested or not?
Yes.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Ok. Muchas gracias. ¿Qué más allá de la costa?
Not much. There's the abandoned
La iglesia
church,
doloriana
the
de la humanidad.
Dolorian
Esa es la
Church of
iglesia
Humanity.
que decían que se veía
It's been there since
desde... Bueno,
before
que
my
decían no.
time even.
Hemos visto con el telescopio.
Some things
qué está
just
abandonada?
don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't
Ya no
hold
hacen misa.
services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes.
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other
Pasan cosas
things.
en la iglesia.
The place never stays open.
¿Qué más hay en la
If
costa?
before you get to the church,
Una ruina.
there's some ruins,
Complejo de apartamento.
an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant.
Ok. ¿En qué quedamos?
But I don't know
Ah, que no sabe lo
exactly.
que es. ¿Algo más que
A
destacar?
of note,
La vieja
the
lonja.
old fish
Pero está
market up
cerrada.
on the boardwalk, but it's closed. What? You're one used to be a sub, and now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
¿Has visto una mujer pelirroja llamada Ruby por la costa?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Bueno, pero ¿sabe de quién estoy hablando?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive.
Las visión
She
evasiva
knows
sabe
some.
algo.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your
Qué
help.
bien alumbramos a nuestra espalda, ¿eh?
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Aye, that you are, dog. There's not much to tell.
Ujú.
People come and go.
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Ok. Marcho, adiós. Vale, 94. Esto está a punto, ¿eh? Y es esta casa. Entonces ella tiene ahí el lateral ese, ¿no? Rango no consigues ver dentro de la casa.
The door has seen better days.
Vale, es esta.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. And look, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling.
The key turns with
Vale, quédate aquí. Pero no te vayas, que ahora vuelvo a salir. Vale, mucha cosa. Esto sigue siendo experiencia, ¿eh? Complejo motor zumba quedando cálido y agradable. Tablas de suelo crujen más bajo tus pies. Revistas de ciencia ficción. Alcanzas al ver mar, las olas y una iglesia.
as you look at the
Tablón
floorboards in
suelto.
this corner of the edge of a floorboard next to it looks
Apartar el
scratched.
tablón.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand.
¿Qué hay dentro?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like
Buscar entre
more
la arena y el
reeds.
CR.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry,
Algo
not like
sólido envuelto en
outside.
papel.
A small cylindrical object.
balas de
You
9
pull it
milímetros.
out. A bullet.
Una.
A 9mm bullet, to be exact, fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. The
No vale
floorboard doesn't
interesante.
care. But maybe the washerwoman does.
Mm.
You have enough to confront her. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Ok.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
No podemos...
With
Nada. Es igual que el de nuestra habitación, en realidad. Más una lógica.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a
Combinación, hora de
small
afeitarse,
hand
abajo los
a straight
patillones.
razor soaks inside the wash
Quizás
basin.
sería una buena...
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Ok.
Your hand trembles as you scratch your cheek. Oh no, stop, for crying out loud. You're gonna cut your
Okay.
own throat.
Dejar la
The
cuchilla.
razor lands with a clang. A red trickle.
Joder, pero ¿cuánta coordinación necesitamos para esta mierda, macho?
The bed is comforting.
Todavía no es la hora. Solo quería ver si me decía algo. Puta madre. Casi nos matamos. Dentro escucha cajos de sonido de alguna clase de estufa que chisporrotea. Señora, ha encontrado una bala. ¿Qué me puede decir?
Our tenant, the policeman. I
Por-
hope the waves don't
¿Por qué
keep
había una
you
bala
up
debajo
at
de las
night.
tablas?
Damn that girl.
Estaba aquí.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
Alquiló a ella la habitación.
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Ya me lo imaginaba.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've
Buena
made
tía.
it clear.
¿Cuándo fue eso?
She came last
El viernes.
Friday,
Marchó el lunes
left
a
on
toda
Monday in a hurry.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability.
Ujú.
I'm sure we have a few.
Tenemos que... Le damos todas.
Yes,
Sí.
early with
8
the
en
do-
punto.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up,
Ah,
just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
la habitación está exactamente tal y como la dejó.
I cleaned it,
Ah.
like I always do.
¿Había alguien más
No.
allí? No.
The truth, sire.
¿Cómo es Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Vale,
This
entiendo.
Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how
Dámela
to
las
work the
ancianas.
village elder, unlike you.
¿Sabe cómo trabajarse el anciano a la cena de la aldea a diferencia de ti? Ok, pues gracias.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly
Estuvo más callada de
silent this time.
costumbre.
Kept to herself.
¿Qué quiere decir?
She tried not to let it show.
No venía a
But I
pescar.
could tell she hadn't come to fish.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do.
Ah,
But
pero
she
está
was
melancólica. ¿Por qué dejaría la bala ahí dentro?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
¿Llevaba encima algún equipo técnico como aparatos de radio?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty
Ya está,
handy
supongo
with
que era
the
bastante hábil con todos sus
mechanical and
cacharros tan
technical
técnicos.
stuff.
Incluso
Even
arregló
fixed
la
the heater in the
estufa. ¿A dónde
shop.
fue?
I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She
Quizá
might
esté
be
atrapada.
trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Bueno,
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
sacar de la frente. Seguiremos peinando
Are
la
you
costa.
sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in
No,
the
quiere que la
heater.
dejemos en paz.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in
Así
you.
es.
Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces.
What more do you
Vale,
want
no
to...
tenemos
Yes,
nada más por ahora
let's
para...
say
Ok.
one thing, officer. If you
Polodowakia.
do find her,
No
please
sea duro
go
con
easy
ella.
on
Ya
her.
veremos.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Depende cómo nos hable, cómo nos trate.
Call the Mama Dakwa.
Eso. Lo dije igual, lo dije igual.
It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore.
Un oído
Your
súper
very skin
desarrollado.
has become an organ of hearing.
6 más
Looking
3.
for a whisper,
Quita una
light and
enciclopedia.
low.
Dame un momento. Porque nos ha quitado enciclopedia. Yo creí que nos quitaba lógica. Vale, vale, vale. Podemos subir esto. Ping. Ya lo tenemos otra vez subido. Siguiente. Pues probablemente autoridad, ¿no? O coordinación. Mira, la percepción 8. Ahora deberíamos percibir muchas cosas percibibles. A ver, unos críos. No cuesta distinguir nada, pero los colores cádicos... ¡Uy! Y aquí hay 2 cosas. Jardinera no tiene nada plantado. Tal vez en primavera. Mi libro. ¿Qué es este libro? Mi primer
You
libro.
hold in your hand the colorful primer.
Hay uno solo en la
The
portada.
title
Justo lo que
reads,
necesito.
This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those the alphabet.
El alfabeto.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the A is for azimuth.
Vale.
H is for
Voy a
homeboy.
saltar esto, ¿eh?
I is for econ. Q is for quasar. That's it.
Ok.
You know the
¿Quién llamas el
alphabet now.
alfabeto?
Good. I also know the alphabet.
Joder, qué suerte.
It is a very useful skill to
Una
have,
habilidad muy
he
útil.
thinks, for all sorts of life
Me guardo este libro. Este libro es importante. Hablemos con los niños. Y es que está
The
pequeño.
scruffy-haired little boy
Gemelo de
kicks a
Elysium.
stone. He can't be. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his
Vosotros
tongue
sois los
lolling.
gemelos de
This
Elysium.
one doesn't say.
Lily's our mum.
Joder.
The stone kicker laughs
Creo que se
suddenly.
acaba de caer
His
algo en el
head
baño.
is too large for his shoulders.
Tengo que ir a... Había caído un stand. Estaban las cosas en la arena de los gatos.
The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Los niños son tontos.
The stone kicking one becomes frantic. Or
He looks just like me.
the boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids.
Sí.
Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Niños, ¿habéis visto a gente mala por aquí?
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Lo que dice.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Ya no puedo decir más cosas. Vamos a ver. Hola. A que nos lo podemos llevar. Un rogallo y se quedó 13, pavo. Un poco robado por la cara, pero bueno.
Hello, mister.
Hola, Lily.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
¿Eres la hija del Liem?
Yes, I am. Little Lily.
Pero es que no, pero me gustaría.
You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Los gemelos que hay fuera son tus Vale.
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same.
Son idénticos, ¿verdad? Yo
They
hice lo
look
mismo.
identical.
Eso que tienes en
It's
la mano.
Lammy.
Lambi.
He's my friend.
Lambi puede que
So,
haya sido
like-
cómplice, ¿eh?
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and
Encantado de
the fur
conocerte,
is
Lambi.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy,
yo también soy
like
peludito.
Lammy.
Si me hubiera afeitado. ¿Qué es esto? Mostrarle el pájaro
It's a
disecado. Un oro
grouse.
gallo.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
Mm.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway.
Parece
It
enfadado.
looks angry.
¿Conoces a alguien llamada
No.
Rubí?
Luby. Bruh. My mom tells me I'm a big girl. But she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can.
Kids.
Adiós.
Bye!
Adiós, adiós. Muy buena muchacha. Esta me ha caído mucho mejor con los niños de fuera. Me los están poniendo chachis pistachis para que no los eche del pueblo. Estos son los borrachos, ¿no? ¿Qué pasa aquí?
Hey, tequila!
Hombre, tequila. Mierda, que nos
Good to
conocemos.
see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating
Estrechamos
you?
la mano. Entre borrachos todos, como decían, la droga a los hermanos.
So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
La gente que dice que soy un poli, me estoy empezando a acostumbrar. Vuelto a entrar a la realidad para conquistarla, para doblegarla a mi voluntad. Yo soy la ley. Es
It's good
más
to
normal,
hear
¿no?
that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover? Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land.
This guy's your buddy.
Es mi
You
amigo del
feel
alma.
it immediately. You belong to an organization.
Una
a fraternity
fraternidad de
of
borrachos.
drunks.
¿Qué hacéis aquí? Podemos firmar esto para que nos lo firmen ellos.
We are saving. Place! Okay, we're drinking. So now it's a pirate's life for me.
Vale, es un tequila
It's
sunset.
you. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
Aha. Do you want to know how? Let me take a sip to moisten up my
El viernes
pores.
pasado, cuando dijo tequila sunset, me refiero a ti,
Tequila
nombre de la
Sunset
leyenda.
rolled into Martinez last Friday.
Nos conocemos
Hey,
el viernes.
let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk.
Suena bastante a nosotros.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as
¿Qué
he
pasó
It
después?
was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. One
sé, lo
moment
sé.
we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving
Ando en una
up somewhere
plaza,
on the
oído
plaza,
chirridos
followed
y
by a series of
nos vieron
dangerous
estallarnos,
bangs.
básicamente. Bueno, nos escucharon estallar.
Do
Y
you
ya nos
remember
quedamos-
the sound of wood cracking?
Y ya nos quedamos a dormir aquí, ¿verdad?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturalmente.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Sounded like someone jumped the canal.
Sí.
We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty.
Soy yo.
Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Nunca hay que desestimar la velocidad de un alcohólico.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage
Yeah.
containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset,
Tequila
the
sunset.
end of all things."
Cada peli
Yeah,
cierta.
looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off
Avancé
the
por el
jetty and
malecón y me
through
lancé
the
contra el
ice.
hielo.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Muy bien.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to
bien.
party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and
Yeah,
you
ahora es mi
told us
nombre.
it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Es un evento
I
en
think you
nombre.
said that you
Yo era el
were the
evento
event,
que
and
destrozaría
that
las
you would
costuras de la
smash
realidad.
the looms of reality.
Suena bastante bien.
Yeah, I agree.
¿Cuánto duró la fiesta?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholi and how they're beautiful and also whores and so on.
Sí, suena a mí.
How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying
Se
anything.
acuerda de todo este, es
Wow.
borracho profesional.
That's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Mencioné haber perdido algo más.
Beside your gun and your badge,
Esperanza,
you said
corazón.
something. In retrospect, I guess you lost your.
Algo de
You
mis
told
colegas.
us that they were no specifics, though. It was more.
Algo del
Yeah,
caso.
you said it was no biggie, and
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
you were pretty vague about it. But you kept saying,
No one's fucked me. Abigail.
No llames a Abigail.
it seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Ujú. Llegamos a tarde de
Yeah, you
algo.
seemed really mad about immigrants for some reason. I'd
Seguramente.
rather not get into the details.
¿Qué
It was
clase
pretty
de
low
policía pensaste que era?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
La mitad, pero sigue siendo mucho.
As you've already determined, the actual number is just over 200.
No thanks to the squares at the precinct. As you... It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking
Espiral de
storyteller.
infortunios.
It depends, really.
You might get scammed here.
¿Qué necesitas?
Booze.
Alcohol.
Did you already forget our party? So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that? Don't call it.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something
Mira, se llama
happened to
George,
you.
como yo.
I
Qué
was
bien, y es
once a
alcohólico.
reasonably... I used the profits from my age. I developed the paradigm. Worked with 22 full-time employees. It did. But now dreams... One day I left on my evening.
No me
His eyes
interesa la
are
vida
clouded.
del alcohólico,
His
siendo sincero.
dilated blood vessels in his eyes are yours.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate in the apartment. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have... Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
No, you don't.
Whatever. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door,
Joder.
fumbling with my... I wish I were Tequila. I wish I were.
¿Qué pasó después?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those people are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up. Just then, I experienced a moment of
Y
clarity.
esto si queréis lo
I
leéis, os
still
estoy
had the
leyendo en
key to my...
diagonal.
But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my... Anyway, long story.
He pinches his thigh as if to...
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Tequila, I've thought of...
Why didn't you go to the authority?
Well, at one point, I can't say it increased my faith. The hobo life, but that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a
¿Por qué sigues
shit-stained
perdiendo todas
tracksuit.
tus
Good
cosas?
fucking question. I used to own... Now I can't hang on
Se llama la
to
agencia.
I was...
Sounds intriguing. If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
Mercantilizar la cultura.
Well, you know, sex sells.
Sí.
That's the first rule of advertising. That's what's so cool about What?
¿Sandal?
Pretty nice.
Good God.
Pero
It's
bueno.
nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. Randomized trials of all... And then the...
Wow, you're lucky.
That's because your paws are fucking
¿Qué
filthy.
pasa con los borrachos?
Hey,
Shut the fuck up.
I thought he was a... Don't call...
And this is abs. So yeah, Tequila, say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom
Sí,
if
claro,
I
¿dónde la
knew
perdiste?
where I lost it. Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. I'm all ears, Tequila.
Vamos a tener que encontrar más de esto o comprar.
Can't really remember seeing any women after...
It's a touchy topic. He really has no idea who this
Okay.
Ruby is, sire.
You too, Tequila.
The noxious...
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail. Abigail. Oh, Abigail. Uh-huh.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Don't call.
Ok. Que me da miedo ir con uno por ahí y que me maten. Que me mate y no haber guardado.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. Oh. You see, bought cigarettes.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people. See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you can. You know, it's...
He's finding it difficult to focus.
What?
Keep him talking.
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Oh, this... I got one of those... Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter, and it really isn't. Those arseholes. Those arseholes. But the
Venga,
idiot
ahí.
fight free too.
No me
I
interesa lo que
Don't
están
say it.
diciendo.
Yeah, you thought right. Don't even try to sneak anything past old Rosemary here. I got all senses locked on you, buddy boy. Aye, that's...
You acted with great compassion and dignity, not taking advantage of this man. Praise thine honourable heart.
No, no lo quiero.
So what do you want then?
Nada que lleves, hijo.
In the civilized world.
Que me da igual el licor.
Honorable one, you have accumulated a substantial amount
Gracias.
of honor points on your life path. You are a man most virtuous.
Hago lo mejor que puedo.
Oh, the modesty on this one. You are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most revered of all police officers. An honor cop. Yes, your deeds have spoken for you, honorable one. But even among the honorable, only the most dignified are deemed worthy. Honor comes from deep within you. You need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum
El
and
arco de
stick
los
it in
honores.
there to form the Arch of Honors. Most dishonorable are those who have known you brought much shame on your family today.
Bueno. No he entendido muy bien de qué iba eso, pero bueno. ¿Para qué me voy a meter uno como por el culo? ¿De cuándo se mete mi personalidad de la autoridad conmigo?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there, an empty street before you, a thorough, chemically sweetened.
No sé
The
qué.
road is smooth and motley.
¿Quiénes son las
Craters
personas que
filled,
viven?
a tub warm with water. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him.
De la parada del
Their
autobús.
pockets are number 312D. Young girls used to come
¿Qué, de
here,
la
huddled
carretera?
up. Craters pocked the surface. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away. Right.
Un
at the
perro
turn.
muerto.
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a
Y un
fast
rápido vehículo del
RCM
MCR
vehicle
que se ha perbullado
hurrying
al
to
trabajo.
work. The cold washes over you.
Siento.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier.
Vale, parece que no podemos salir por aquí, ¿no? ¿Veis? Ahora no sé por qué va corriendo a todos los sitios. Si le he dado algo, no soy consciente. ¿Son botellas? Ah, no, es pasta. ¿Qué nabos es eso? No sé lo que es. Matut. Golondrina negra a descantar. Voy a guardar rápido porque no me quiero morir de un ataque a eso. ¿Sabes? Pero tampoco quiero malgastarlo. Una tubería rota. Las están astilladas, el contenedor se derrumbó. La artillería lo rompió. ¿Por aquí no puedo subir? Hay que subir un camino. Aquí, aquí. Tinerunquis. ¿Tapacubos o un gato? Viaje rápido desbloqueado. Inglés. Hendidura en este momento. Una alcantarilla. Ahí en
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
¿Qué hay dentro?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
En la...
There's no
Oye,
echo.
¿sabes lo que hay
No
abajo?
idea.
Es que
Could be
podríamos
connected to
encontrar...
one of the buildings around here.
A ver.
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
Ok. La iglesia está aquí. Allá. No la veo. Para desplazar la cosa de...
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic.
Levantamos el auricular.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still call. This feels wrong. Should you end of tone?
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Are you sure you're...
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you, to your relief.
El teléfono. Y ahí algo. Hola. Teléfono roto. Vamos a ir por aquí, es lo que quería ver. El otro lado. Que habíamos visto desde aquí abajo. Hay gente. Barras descubren estas ventanas largas y polvorientas. Hola, buenos días. ¿Pone aquí? Piel,
You
electricidad.
see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are
Actualizada,
cracking
pregunta
and will
por
soon
Aldea,
also fall. There's something in the wind.
¿Qué es esto?
Sometimes the only way to go
Maybe we could, ask the man who's pointing at
great
¿Es
idea.
posible que esté
in there.
dentro?
She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower.
Why single out this one building?
Hola. Me dices lo que es. ¿Cómo no sé
And
cómo está?
Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
Parece el único tío que no se está muriendo de los que hemos... De los que... Medio feliz, ¿sabes?
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi,
Me cago en la
right?
puta porque
I
sabe
was just
quién es
telling
quién.
my son about this building. Not a lot of...
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext. Young carp. Oh yes, so Mikhail.
¿Conocéis?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio
Radio
computer.
computadora,
Have you
ojo,
heard of it? It's a programming language used in...
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor.
Es
Or
solo
someone
alguien
who's
que ha
been on
visto
too
demasiados
many
programas de
But I
radio.
assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But
¿Por qué?
why?
¿De qué trabaja o qué es que sea medio hermano de nosotros?
Well, get a load of this guy. He
Que tenga
really
estilo de
enjoys
habilidades.
his trivia. The
Programación.
Orbis programming language was named after its inventor,
Utiliza Vox. Aquí también en
Orbis,
España cada
a
vez más.
cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Aha! But it's not just... What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D...
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research. You're probably more familiar with RTD.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. It looks old and weathered. With
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remain. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But it was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they
Los
developed
computadores de
prototypes.
cinta.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN, and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
he assumes something like a combat stance.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built... Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got
Una noria.
destroyed in the war.
Una noria reventada.
Pleasure wheel?
Yes. to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived.
Ok,
They had
paso
to
con los
make the
ingenieros.
prospect. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys.
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
No voy a hablar al niño.
Tape computers. They used them for military communications. What's the Mars Decree? I mean,
A short-lived legislative foundation.
it's a beautiful piece of text, actually. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book,
Oh,
already
nada.
forgetting about.
Actually, no one knows.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said, what the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the...
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself, to unlog... In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Estoy mirando el Humpty Dumpty Dum.
Dumpty Dum Center. You're...
Pasivas de enciclopedia dan 10 de experiencia y 2 reales. Y te quita 2 de gestión.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could
no,
write
nuestra
directly
gestión no.
on the tape using a special chemical solution.
made of black film and folding tape structures.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the social... Yes, the official... Who knows? Maybe
solo
it was
le
an
doy por la
accident, or
experiencia,
maybe
eh.
they... But of course, what else?
No le vamos a pedir dinero delante del niño y más cuando no tenemos ahora la necesidad de pagar.
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with...
So you haven't seen any...
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just...
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Ok, gracias por la info.
No, thanks to you.
Pick your brain.
Vale. Otro generador no está cargando nada, este está vacío. ¿Puedo usar...? Corta el paso, no se puede seguir por aquí. Hay una caja y ahí hay unas... ¿no? Puta madre. Y esto es para la salud. Ahora necesitamos más el de moral. Se puede seguir yendo por ahí, ahí hay gente. Ah, míralos, estos son los buscadores que te apuesta. Si hago clic ahí, ¿por dónde voy a aparecer? Ah, se puede bajar por aquí. Joder, se puede bajar por aquí y ni lo he visto. Me lo he comido totalmente. Guarda rápido, no quiero que me metan un golpe a la moral por cualquier tontería y me vaya al patatal. Aquí no hay ningún bote en el embarcadero. Esta parte de acceso se transita desde hace décadas. Una caseta de perro, ¿qué es? Moral, magnesio, la guardia de Fer, especial. Ok. Ok. El vertido está construido de forma chapucera, una fuerte brisa lo podría derribar. Vale. Quiero ver. Aquí atrás no se puede. Parece que hay. La pintura vieja se está desprendiendo de la parte superior de este banco cubierto de osos. Esto es un banco, ¿no? ¿Qué es eso? Unos tabiques, tableros. Ah, vale, está buscando cosas. Ahora hay que ir más para allá. Venga, cruza, hijo. Porque ha habido autoguardado, uy, uy, uy. ¿Esto qué es?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Ojo.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully auto... The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them. A dozen at
Estamos viendo el
least.
pasado, pero el
Their
muy
heads
pasado.
lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement.
Unos fusilamientos.
10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner.
Los
Automatic
revolucionarios
rifles primed.
y
A
los
gust of wind blows
ganaron.
by.
No me acuerdo cómo se
The
llama.
droplets of rain fall on the wooden planks, the surrounding sand dunes. The clouds block out any rays of light. A long time has passed since the moment of this. The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed. A host of men, they stand, facing ordinary people, familiar, foreign dissidents, unwashed criminals, and hoi polloi. Such is your belief, officer.
Vale. Es lo que estamos viendo, no lo que quiere decir. Está tomando en cuenta nuestra biología.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed
La
at the
persona que está al
commandant,
margen,
the one who gives
comandante.
the order. Machine gun fire
¿De
crackling
quién
through
era
the
esta
air.
ejecución?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have
Cualquiera de
been
las
any of the
partes
parties
involucradas.
involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
Si era personal de Feld,
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe
gente de la coalición, los llamados moralistas.
It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant.
a cold sea wind.
Sí, es lo que pensaba yo también. Entré internet. Dinero. Caja. Pipo de pan. 2 de lógica menos 1 de percepción. ¿Qué es esto? Un pipo. ¿Sombrero? Dos a lógica, perdemos 1 en percepción, pero tenemos percepción muy alta, ¿no? La lógica, ¿cómo la tenemos? 6. Ponemos esto, pasamos a 8. Y la percepción la tenemos en 8. Pero tendríamos 8 y 7 en vez de 7 y 6. 8 y 7. ¿Qué creéis? ¿Podemos quitarnos 1 en percepción y poner en lógica? No lo piensas así, no está tan mal, ¿no? O 13, por favor. A ver cómo se ha quedado esto. Lógica 8, percepción 7, vale. Lo veo bastante bien. Sigue estando bastante alto, ¿no? Que son ambas cosas las utilizamos bastante. La puerta está tapiada, de todos modos es inaccesible. Ok. Una visita aquí hace mucho que no se usa. Vamos a ver a los señores estos. No parecen que estén muy perdidos. Parece que están a su bola. Enjoy. Aquí están los muchachos. ¿Cómo están las máquinas? Una boya flotando en el agua tiene el número 11. Mirando a ver si hay cosas por aquí antes de ir a hablar con ellos. Unas jaulas diminutas construidas con mucho cuidado. Troncos empapados huelen a líquido inflamable, pero ni así van a prender. Bueno, desde luego si llueve no. Los bloques militares están llenos de agujeros de balas y Sí, son como los que ponen en las carreteras. Es imposible hacer una hoguera tan cerca del océano. Ok. Vamos a hablar con ellos.
Here we go.
Morel.
Nice and easy. No way out, little guys.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly.
Is that the police? Why are the
Gary el
police here?
criptofascista.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Me envía Lina.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That
Muy
damn
un nivel.
warlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881. You broke the waterlock
Sí.
with a motor carriage. There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
Te voy a contar.
Why? Scientist. Yes, okay.
Did he say we can go back?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon.
Yes.
If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Vale. ¿Cómo se convirtió en
I've just
cristólogo?
always liked animals and puzzles.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up if you prod a little.
It's not child's play. Just real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Indeed. My methods do not differ from other
¿Le ha ocurrido algo
scientists.
sorprendente alguna vez?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a
Interesting. Something for later.
¿Qué clase
It's
de
close
pruebas
call.
usa?
everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper account.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
Ah. Creo que los otros científicos son suficiente a la gente ordinaria.
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation.
Entonces nunca he descubierto un
remuneration.
críptido.
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. Of
¿Cuántos?
the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The
Dos,
rest are indifferent.
400 han dicho
Yes,
que no.
the Chateauquan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Hugo Graf. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than... In fact, it is 0.05...
He has clearly done his math on this.
Ujú,
There is
Gracias
no
por explicarlo.
Yes.
Háblame del fásmido.
Well, first a good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, and I suspect it may have... It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding... But I cannot describe how
No,
these
no se
defenses
puede
work.
ver. ¿Cuánto mide
Much,
el
I'm
fásmido?
expecting it to be quite
Enorme.
giant. One known species of phasmid, called the
Como un brazo de
Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a typical rookie or something. Even simply catching a glimpse. Very little, I'm sorry. Not yet.
Just out of curiosity,
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe... Yes, the most recent sighting. It's the first credible sighting in
Phasmido
several
puede haber
decades.
muerto.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions. Yes, The Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult,
Críptidos
right?
específicos.
We would have to discuss. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He
Vale,
won't just talk.
el simio amable.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena.
Efectivamente.
The kind green ape is one of her. We travelled to South Safra to look. The search was fabulous.
What? South Safra?
Really? You kept.
They're a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And let's change the
El
topic, okay?
criptofascista no le
Talk
gusta
about
buscar
your critters.
bichos
or
en
whatever.
países que no considera desarrollados.
Yes, back to cryptozoology.
¿Cuál fue
You
el que
don't-
casi
A
atrapó?
willow person. It's a long story. One non-special.
Willow people.
¿Para qué? No,
They're
esta
not
gente es-
people, really. So they're very, very thin. You probably have. Gary and I, after waiting in hot.
Por la experiencia, es que la verdad me aburre
I
esto,
know you
eh.
think we would. Furthermore,
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
no effect. Me? I'm not a people person.
Vale, ese ya
By
lo
all
tenemos.
means.
¿Algo de estas trampas
Well,
más? ¿Lena diseñó las trampas?
Yes.
Bien.
More than some, he admires this about her.
Lo admira. Oye, que me digas a tu mujer me parece estupendo. ¿Cómo funcionan?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel. And at least, that's the intention.
Se usa como cebo.
Locusts. Nearly all known
¿Veis? Es que esto es lo que me
phasmids
pasa
are
en todos los
herbivores,
juegos. En plan,
of
digo, vamos a
course.
hacerlo tal, tal y tal.
But we've
El personaje.
hypothesized
Pero
that
luego,
the
como este,
Insulindian
decidimos que en este íbamos a
might
odiar a las mujeres.
occasionally
Pero
prey
luego va
on
una
other
mujer, se porta bien
insects.
contigo, simpática como la señora que nos ha dejado en la habitación, y ya no puedo hacerle nada, macho. Superior a mí.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
Cuando haces muchos playthroughs, ya da más igual, pero como lo estoy jugando, voy a decir como lo haría yo, pero no soy como este señor.
A meat-eating stick
Pero
insect.
sí, me cuesta.
Does it pretend
luego.
to be the reeds as part of its ambush?
Thank you.
Not a big fan of skepticism.
They'll work, I assure you. Yes. What?
Vale. Una mujer pelirroja que parecía estar en la
I'm
fuga.
afraid not, officer.
Ok.
I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days,
No ha visto
looking
una
for
mierda.
signs of insect activity.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Ok. Llevarle la chaqueta, las firmas de Ebran. Tenemos para... Podríamos poner otra y conseguir otra ficha de estas. Esto habría que leerlo, es que no me quiero poner a leerlo en medio del vídeo, ok. Percepción, coordinación, ojo humano, gestión. 5554. Debemos subir la coordinación y luego la enciclopedia. La coordinación nos la están pidiendo menos. Enciclopedia vuelve a subir. Esto va a ser 4 más 1 menos 1. O sea, tenemos 5. Poner la coordinación. Porque sí. Mira, 62 de 100. Teníamos... No nos queda mucho para otro nivel. Vamos a hablar con este otro caballero.
Hello, I'm Gary.
Hola,
How do
Gary.
you do, officer? Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out
Sí
his
que es
notebook.
criptofascista.
Yellow man. Interesting.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Yo también soy más de ciudad.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come.
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own
Finge que eres un
visage.
modelo de virtud.
Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revacol.
Así
He
es.
pronounces Revacol with a hard K, unlike serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
¿Sabes algo del hombre arcado?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it.
No. Nothing. He was some kind.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange. He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Mm. ¿Has dicho
I
rapaz?
like to pronounce it the
La
The
antigua.
stupid. He winks at you,
Estúpido.
trying to relay some hidden message. It's
Vale.
a secret rite. A very garbage.
Quiere que le
You're a
preguntemos más,
true
vamos, que lo
patriot,
digamos más.
and you know how it's said. The serene way. The fine way. With an elegant s.
Entonces sería como un rebasol, ¿no? ¿La taza es tuya?
My mug? Why would you think that? How do you mean?
He is trying to avoid lying to you outright, in case you really have been to his apartment.
Okay.
Oh,
I admit.
mira de quién era. Mira
I
de
threw
quién
the mug
era el
away in the
apartamento de al
trash
lado.
container behind
Lo
the
hemos
hostel.
clavado.
I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry.
Pues cuando vuelvas te vas a
officer.
encontrar la puerta abierta.
You're not going to find me, are you?
Solo quiere información.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump
A ver
my
si supiera
garbage
algo.
ever
O igual
again.
nos puede decir algo de... El Chebrat este, el del sindicato.
I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions.
¿Cómo accediste al
Helping
contenedor de
out the
basura?
law. I know a guy who works with the trash collection services.
No es
CS
la primera vez,
Municipal.
que nos
He
hablan de
gave
esto.
me a master key for the trash containers
Así
of
es, así es.
Martinez,
¿Por qué rebuscan la basura de la gente?
so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as... I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs.
Disgraced.
No pasa nada.
No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary
Gary
doesn't
no
answer.
responde. Rapa de una visión.
Officer,
No,
please, let me explain.
no fue así.
It's not like that.
Adelante, explícate.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying
De
around
acuerdo,
in the
¿qué
yard.
sucedió?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Cambia de parecer la mitad de la frase.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's
Salvo
exactly
la
what it
parte del
was.
ahorcado.
Civic duty.
No sabes nada sobre la armadura desaparecida de la víctima, ¿verdad?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling
Está
the
diciendo la
truth,
verdad, aunque está
but he's
demasiado
too
asustado para
scared to
admitir más
admit.
delitos.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely
Vale.
after this topic is concluded.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
Hay cosadero rojo. Analiza su postura, no sabe qué puede venir esto. Creo que sería interesante cortárselo.
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
¿Eres muy fan del hombre de Heimdall?
How? But why were you in my apartment, officer? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell what have I done?
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Ok.
I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you...
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
Ahora lo hemos igualado, ¿eh? Vamos a preguntarle por el teniente.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Sí.
Well, this is that racist.
Nuestro racista
Hey,
por tú.
man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here.
El teniente es nativo de
I'm just
Revasol.
stating Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections.
También es criptólogo.
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along.
Vamos a dar una vuelta y volvemos a intentar ese se llame el chequeo. Vamos a darle. Así tiene que colocar.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Postura legendaria está igualada.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him.
Camisa parece muy incómoda.
Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from under.
Algo que lleva debajo.
It sounds like he's wearing
tipo de
some
armadura
kind
bajo la
of
ropa.
armor under his clothes. You can't tell it's there just from looking at him. Probably stolen from the corpse in the yard.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I
Me has
didn't tell
mentido.
you at once. I was ashamed of what I did, and I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehoods, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Cállate.
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
¿Por qué me mentiste, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
¿Cuál es la verdadera razón para que tiras esa ropa a la basura?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me.
We're detecting sincere contrition
Arrepentimiento
here,
sincero,
sire. He's not trying.
It's okay. It was a loose end.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie him. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands,
La coraza esa no nos la
smelling
podemos
of
poner.
his sweat.
¿Sabes quién mató al ahorcado?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word.
This is all he knows.
¿Hemos acabado, Gary?
Yes, absolutely.
Ya, subimos
I
de
will
nivel.
never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Vale, no pasa nada. Ahora más. Ah, que sí la tenemos. Umbral de dolor, voluntad y nos quita empatía. Coraza Firewater. Que llevamos lógica. Empatía teníamos 3. Umbral del dolor, una mierda. Y voluntad, una mierda también. Vamos a subirlas un poco. Lógica, ¿cuánto tenemos? 8. Ahí va. Hemos dicho que baja lógica. No, baja empatía. ¿Cuánto es empatía? 3. Aprende a los demás por trabajar tus neuronas espejo. La verdad es que no tengo ni idea de qué me está hablando. Comprende a los demás, o sea, lo estamos haciendo con sugestión normalmente, ¿no? Y lógica enciclopedia. Y voluntad de tu moral por las nubes. Daño -2. Ah, esto es daño a la moral. Oye, pues eso sí nos hace falta mejorarlo. Así que voy a subir la empatía a 1 y voy a ponernos la cacharra esta. Ahí está. Miras, no, no la veo por debajo tampoco. Pero bueno, dolor, alcanza prestado. Chaleca, chaqueta espiral de infortunios, parte por pájaro, subir la aldea y 2 firmas. Y busca a alguien que firme los lugares, falsificar las firmas. Da la sensación de que falsificar las firmas es por si ellos no nos lo quieren firmar, pero lo ideal sería que nos lo firmara otra persona para que no los puedan desociar. Que lo firme alguien como el borracho que no tiene casa, por ejemplo. ¿Podemos ir a decirle ya a la otra que hemos encontrado a su marido? Sí. Iglesia. Parece que hay que ir a algún sitio en específico para poder tepearse, ¿no? Lo que no sé si gastará tiempo el teletransportarse. A ver, vamos a guardar también. No queremos perder lo que hemos hecho. Pasa. Ritmo rápido de percusión, la música procede de algún lugar del hielo. No leo. Un banco de peces. Puente levadizo, tan solo se puede bajar desde el otro lado. Lleno de agujeros, ¿podría esconder un tesoro? Alcohol potent filler. ¿Por qué nos marca todas las... más estas? Dinerito, van a tener todas. Mejor para mí, ¿no? Otro magnesio, muy bien. Aquí hay gente. ¿Puede ser Ruby? Está viviendo fuera del pueblo. Para no llamar la atención. Vamos a ver qué es esto. Que hay que seguir un mínimo orden porque si no, no vamos a saber dónde estamos. Esto es la iglesia. Letras de ponerse en Brune, 147. A ver. Bancos polvorientos, parece que faltan muchos y es una iglesia. Estaremos de oscuridad o algo así. Está demasiado oscuro para saberlo. Vale. Vamos a dejar este en un lateral y vamos a ver qué hay más. Esto no lo habíamos visto todavía. No está mal, quiero decir, yo todo el dinero, bien.
Someone has left
Una
an
prenda de vestir identificada
unidentifiable
hasta el
article of
huele muy
clothing
mal.
on this railing.
Mirar más de
It's
cerca.
streaked with dried
Mierda
seagull
de
shit
gaviota.
and tangled with pieces of seaweed. It seems likely that it was left in the
La
surf
deriva en el
until
oleaje.
someone laid it out.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Creo que es la chaqueta de infortunio.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
Probablemente no lo sea. Dejado improvisado, los vagabundos han intentado que el paseo marítimo sea habitable. Esta lona no protegerá de la lluvia, nieve o viento. Otro postal. Unos monis más. Un contenedor grande de vino está abierto y vacío.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Por la familia, aparte de la nariz, ¿qué es esto? Muerto, ahí hay alguien.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
¿Qué es?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous something cold wakes it. The signs of decaying meat.
Tim,
It announces itself.
atento,
from
teniente,
two.
algo no
The
va bien.
lieutenant has already brought.
Cuidado, los tablones parecen estar sueltos y podridos. Mal rollito. Mal rollito. Hay una buena caída de 20 metros, al menos muerte segura. El visor de monedas lleva fuera de años de
A man lies on the
cadáver de
boardwalk,
clase obrera.
his limbs bent and neck turned.
No será el
at
marido
an
de la
unnatural
otra.
angle. Right next to him is an empty
Cuello
bottle of
torcido con un
spirits.
amargo
In his cramped
antinatural.
hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Está mamado y se ha abierto el cuello, vamos, se ha abierto. Se ha partido el cuello con esto.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly
Poco
pronounced.
pronunciada, un par de
Whoever
días.
this is, he's been dead for 2 days.
Ujú.
No longer.
Another dead body. This calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just
Vale.
another dead body.
Examinamos los
There's some
alrededores.
dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. A dried chunk of
Pegote de
blood
sangre reseca
covers
cubre
the
el pelo
hair
en la
at the back
nuca,
of
una
his
herida
head.
abierta.
And this is what
Y
killed him.
un golpe. No parece algo punzante. Es
I
un
don't
golpe
see any
contundente,
other
¿no?
major
Seguramente
wounds.
se haya
really.
resbalado por el tejado.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's
Sobre los
They
tablones.
screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to
Con
say
peso del
whether
tablado,
the
lo
dead
que
man's
seguro
weight
se ve
was the
fuera.
cause of the boardwalk
Y
to
que
break.
se atrapó
It definitely looks fragile.
con una pierna y esto es un banco y se ha abierto la cabeza, puede ser.
You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Ya está. Algo cruje más tus pies.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea
Cola
through
por
that
el
hole,
boquete.
and you would have
No lo
never
hubiera
found him.
colgado más.
A
Ella,
0.75 liter
Autola
Tallulah
sin
vodka
tapón.
with its cap.
Tear all around us.
Antonio del
Grabowski
Chicle,
spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves of the blackness of death. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there.
sí,
He ate the whole pack, right?
paquete entero.
It's to
Para
cover
tomar
the
tu
smell of
alcohol antes de
alcohol
volver a casa.
before go. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind
La
as
ropa
you
del
take a step
cadáver.
back. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket
Muy
with a
cadáver de
bright blue
clase
lining.
obrera.
There are
La
traces
señora
of
era
kebab
mujer de
sauce on his
clase obrera
chest.
seca. Esto de salsa kebab. Qué rico.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue.
Sí.
Oh no,
Ya sabemos quién
this
es.
sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower
Carne de
seeds
biblioteca
and a
doblada.
rain-soaked library card folded
Iba a
into
ir a la
two.
biblioteca.
His
vi.
jacket feels sodden
Al
and
final
heavy
acabo
under
bebiendo.
your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk. A bad fall.
Mal paso, tal
It
vez la
might have been
mezcla
dull. His
agarrada.
expression is dull, like the
creo
sea
que es
behind
eso,
him.
lo que hemos dicho al
Drops
principio.
height 170 to 175
¿Quién es
centimeters.
este
Looks
hombre?
like one of the locals. But that's just a lazy ass.
A dead working
Sabemos
class
quién
man
es.
with a bottle
El
in his
marido
hand.
de desapareció la mujer de
Don't
Casadera,
deceive yourself.
muerto sobre los
The
tablones.
woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
La chaqueta de cuero.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
¿Qué cree que pasó
Death
aquí?
by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. But, oh yes.
Sí.
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not No, I don't...
Yo tampoco
Agreed.
veo.
If
El
this
kebab
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place,
del
maybe...
POC, tal vez.
sometimes a kebab is just a
No, no,
kebab.
sí, yo lo decía por si sabíamos algo del sitio del kebab para poder. Habrá que reclamar responsabilidades por el ratón roto es un peligro.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. Not that sealing it off would keep any... It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our...
Vale,
All right.
hacemos.
We should first examine the library card you
Okay.
found.
A ver, el paseo marítimo que es... Contacta con la comisaría para preguntar sobre el cadáver. Se mira el carné. Vale. Herramientas. Esto nos lo he puesto... Ah, vale. Para que bebamos. Flor de cintas, ok. Interactuar. La chaqueta del otro y el carné. Vamos a interactuar con él.
The library card is folded into two and still
Billy
slightly
Machine.
wet to the top. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased.
Mirar
Or
dentro.
whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Most of these titles seem to be in the
Por
If
detrás.
lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211.
Ujú.
or
Podemos
visit
llamar
us
a la esta
at Monroe
biblioteca
Street,
y que nos digan a quién
78
pertenece.
Jamrock. Business
De 9
hours.
a 8.
Good.
Digo de 9
We
a
should
6.
give them a call from my kinema.
Vale.
See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
As
Interactuar
you
con esto por
hold it in
tenerlo
your
ya.
hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy. Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
No pensaba.
Good choice. It
Consideremos.
occurs to you. It smells like a dead sea creature. Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. Now you're just flick.
Bueno. A ver aquí.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper.
El
You
envoltorio
see
del kebab.
traces of mayonnaise
kebab
and ketchup on
rebachado.
it. As it's no older than a day. It's hard to concentrate.
Paquete de tabaco.
Whoever tossed it here.
Astra rojo.
Red Astra is the black market version of Astra.
Envase.
2 empty bottles of Toulouse. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor.
A tragedy.
Ok. Que no quedaba nada en este, ¿no?
A man lies on the book.
A ver esa cosa amarilla que ha salido por aquí. Deja de trastar con el visor y agárrate en algo que el viento sopla muy fuerte. Vale, hemos encontrado... Señor, licor probablemente huele de fermentación. No habíamos visto todo lo que había aquí. ¿No? Báscula monedas lleva una década sin utilizarse. Enciclopedia y microscopio de percepción. Vagabundos se han pintado en el agua en el correo rojo hace poco. El agua gotea. ¿Se han pintado porque son del sindicato? O sea, no, o apoyan al sindicato, puede ser. Pues voy a ir hacia aquí, que creo que desde aquí se nos deja teletransportarnos. ¿No? ¿Veme? Sí, desde aquí sí. Casas de pescadores, fijar aquí a la ribera de Martínez. Sí, sí. Vale, entonces, ¿a quién tenemos que ir a hablar? Primero, oiga, gente tiene un minuto. ¿Qué es lo que quiere?
I Saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Habrá una investigación.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
Estamos investigando.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can. Oh, you know.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Long was taken.
Ajá,
My
ya
real name's
sabemos tu
Jerry
nombre.
Lafitte.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his
Esto-
arm.
Poeta, impresionarlo con tu mujer, ver. Dale.
Wait, there's something here.
Whoa. Silent. Dang.
Or did you learn it in school? More importantly, who can prove if you did? Go with it. You deserve some acclaim.
No matter. It's a fine stanza. They're more often in the...
In a small office behind the old military, the lieutenant looks at you.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those
Recuerda
words.
esas palabras. Oye, bien, bien, bien. Vale, muchas gracias por hablar contigo. Vamos a ir a mirar eso, más que nada porque la señora se irá en algún momento. Aquí abajo hay algo. El conduce humano un olor rancio del almacén de patatas en primavera. ¿Y eso no lo habíamos visto antes? ¿O lo vemos ahora por...? ¿Ya se pira la jamba? ¿Lo vemos ahora por...?
This coin operated. Why place a tourist
Hace una
attraction?
atracción
There was
turística
a...
aquí.
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the That's odd.
Pero una
Your money
moneda.
disappears. The curtains on the lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into
Fortaleza
a
marítima
islet
medio
in the bay.
hundida.
It looks as if it.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it
El
out.
disparo pudo proceder de allí, de la ventana de piso de arriba del equipo.
Can you tell?
It's not. The details are blurry.
No, no se
There's
puede.
water.
Pero hemos descartado otra zona, ¿no? Vale, quería hablar con la señora esta, pero si ya se ha ido cagando leches, la verdad. Vamos a llamar desde su coche.
Inside, you see a set of steering
Así
levers,
es,
a
así es.
radio microphone.
Horario.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Vale.
One moment. Can you please describe the body?
Ajá.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, parece que fue un accidente.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing.
What about his belongings? Did you
Botas,
examine his
pantalones,
clothes?
chaqueta vieja, cuero de forro azul brillante. Encontré un carnet de biblioteca en sus
Any
bolsillos.
information on the library card?
El de la biblioteca pública de Jamrock Central pertenece a Billy Mellén.
Good. You have a lead. Do
Yes.
you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign
Nosotros
it? I
nos
have assigned
encargamos.
the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man.
Ujú.
That's all for now. Thank
Vale.
you for reporting in. Is there anything
Ponme con
else
la
I can do?
biblioteca.
I'm afraid they're closed. It
Vale,
says
de
here that
10
the
a
library is
8.
open from...
We
Digo,
should
otra
try
vez,
again
de 10 a
during
6.
business hours.
Ok.
Anything else,
Business
detective?
hours. Es todo por ahora.
7th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Todo por ahora. Ahora pasarme el pájaro. Y que igual podemos decirle a la de silla de ruedas que ya sabemos dónde está su marido. Aunque no haya venido, quiero decir. No haya venido todavía.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Encontré a su marido en la costa.
Goodness. How is he?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back
Está
early.
terminando un trabajo.
Yes, that's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging bodies fail. Her heart won't
Vale,
rest until
todo por
Morada.
ahora.
Can I help you?
Ah, no, el cocinero ya hablamos con él, ¿no?
What is this thing?
Cool. Okay. I was really hoping not to think about the cock carousel any longer because I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little...
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Tengo que cantar karaoke.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Escucharle cuentas al hombre de karaoke.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. It's for no one. It's a prop. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes.
He's lying. But whatever, you don't really. The man in the vest and the violet shirt. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Por cierto, ya miré el host, la de Sansai, ese sí que sabía cuál era, que es tristona, pero no era la que decía, era Static o algo así, y es una como de dance.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing.
I'm having it uninstalled.
¿Qué coño? ¿De quieto? Gustito este lugar.
The stage is all set up.
So,
quiero ver
are you ready
esto es
for
lo que
your
quería ver.
thing
Con
now?
superestrella, vale.
Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Vale, todavía no. Todavía no. Quiero tener eso alto, quiero hacerla bien. Quiero hacerla bien. Vamos a salir, o sea, voy a ir haciendo misiones. Es que se nos está echando encima el tiempo. Son las 8:10 y va a empezar a desaparecer gente. Y también tenía que hacer algo por la noche, ¿verdad? A partir de hoy a las 9 es el muchacho del otro lado, ¿verdad? Troza de pescadores. Vamos a entregarle la chaqueta, suponiendo que sea suya. Niños, podéis iros ya a dormir, ¿eh? Bonitos. ¿Esta chaqueta llena de mierda es tuya o no?
Tequila sunset.
Pondré tu chaqueta.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking... Let me see. What?
Ah, no,
This
es tu
isn't
chaqueta.
my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking
¿Qué
filthy.
esperabas? La
What am
dejaste
I
en una
supposed to do
casa
with
durante una
this?
semana.
I'm not taking a disgust. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to...
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Vale. ¿Podrías firmarme esta carta?
What's it about? Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very...
Tengo este verde.
All right. Hey, Abs.
Don't ya?
I need you to sign...
Don't call...
Don't call Abaquao? Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman.
Sí, un
And
poco.
as a businessman,
Has hecho un gran
I'm
servicio
going
a la
to
ciudad,
keep
a la MCR y
him.
Remasol.
Hey, guys.
That fucking...
Don't call Abigail.
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail these? I think I saw a mailbox on
Con
the
plaza,
plaza.
lo pillo. Ah, en la plaza del otro lado se refiere. Vale. ¿Teníamos algo más por aquí? Chaqueta... No se puede lavar no sé dónde. Pregunta por Rubí en la Aldea. Por Rubí en la Aldea, quiero decir... ¿Qué nos queda por hablar por aquí? No sé yo si habrá más gente por la Aldea. La primera, la pescadera. A esta no le preguntamos por Ruby, ¿no? Sí.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
Fue un accidente, lo siento, el vacío me pidió una buena cuerda y lo estrellé contra el mar.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Hi. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the
debería
line of
hacerlo.
quite odd.
Life World. Someone's been reading
Me apunto
up
para
on last
organizar un
century
funeral de
Valdian.
Oh, yeah? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere. Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the thing.
Oh?
Vale, no tiene
Really?
nada más por
Are
ahí.
you sure you're not also looking a lot of stuff?
¿Qué pone aquí? La presencia de Kim lo hace incómodo. Cuando conoces un buen sitio, explora la costa. Ah, vale, vale, vale. Que esto era lo de ligar. Ah, lo que le den. Me da bastante igual.
You're back.
¿Algo nuevo por aquí?
Good. What can I help you with?
Preguntas de la
More
realidad.
lessons in basic reality.
72.
My favorite part of the day.
92.
Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Pensamientos ya mapa completo. ¿Qué es? Buscar algo fundamental.
What is
¿Qué mundo es
all
este?
What world?
the camera of her mind
Las
glides over the
antípodas de la
surface of the
palidez.
water.
La palidez lo dijo la otra, algo de la... Estaban trabajando en algo de la palidez.
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've
La
seen the
palidez,
montage.
sí, ¿os
We
acordáis?
all have. This world is enough.
O el gordo que estaba con los Hardys dijo que había ayudado a Ruby a hacer algo no sé qué de la radio de la palidez.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century. Elysium.
En lo alto del mundo, cubriendo más y más de él, se llamaba Elysium.
It does. There are those who would call it
Inferno.
hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists. Oh, you want a picture of the world?
Sí.
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
De dentro y de lado, ¿qué forma tiene este mundo
We
entonces?
used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less
Ah,
and
que no es
less
una
likely
esfera el
by the
planeta.
day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launched.
ORG, Occident Revachol Graph.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, yes,
La palidez cubre
hail covers
72% del...
72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly
No
looks
lo
like it
entiendo,
fractured a long
no lo
time
entiendo. Están
ago.
intentando cartografiar el planeta y eso se llama la palidez, como la niebla de guerra, por así decirlo.
A cold fear seeps into you.
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet.
Disco oscurecido de
Or, to
nuestro
speak more
planeta.
plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying, but this is one of the greatest questions of our time. You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey. It's like the crowning of the world. It's
Muy disco,
insane.
le encantaría.
Very disco.
Si dices que es
See?
disco, entonces sí.
Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. The lieutenant observes you both,
Ha dicho
silently.
palidez. ¿Qué es la
He
palidez?
adjusts his glasses.
The pale is not, technically speaking.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today.
His voice is low, but firm.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
Está bien.
The lieutenant glances at you from the corner of his eye.
Ok, cuando no esté
But
presente.
she wants to tell you, this
Okay.
is not going to happen with the lieutenant present, unless you can convince him to step aside.
¿Quién confía en mí? Oye, puta madre.
Glad to
Podemos
have been
esperar
of
hasta que sea de
assistance.
noche y ya está.
The little that I know.
Es todo por ahora. Vale, son y media. Pasadas. Tenemos lo de... A ver aquí. Vale, esto es lo de King cuando no esté presente. Pero lo que voy... Preguntar por Ruby. Un mural que por algún motivo consideras importante. ¿Qué mural? O sea, está el mural ese grande, pero este ya lo hemos explorado entero, ¿verdad? Vamos a mirar si hacemos tiempo. Hacemos tiempo de... Para que sean las 9 y vamos a buscar al otro muchacho. Pero vamos, que no sé... ¿Qué mural me estáis hablando? Solo hay agua. ¿Por dónde estaban? Ah, bueno, podíamos verlo, sí. Camino a la fondo, eso es lo que me raya. Lo hemos examinado entero, ¿no? Vale, para ver esto se podía... Era por abajo. Ya me asomo por si acaso. ¿Te refieres a este mural o al que vimos
The
abajo?
once bright mural towers above you, saying,
Vale, este.
Feld 11.
Pero no... No sabemos nada más de él. No tenía puerta.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Intentar ver el interior.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of
Sombra
a
de una
collapsing
escalera
staircase.
derrumbada. Ok.
There's rust and corrosion on the bars.
Teniente, ¿lo ves?
And a
No. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Puedes
Well
disparar
enough,
bastante
actually.
bien.
It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
Y no se guía con la vista, sino con su postura. Hay cosas ahí arriba. No sé, yo le doy aquí por si saliera el señor disparado hacia alguna puerta que yo no haya visto, ¿no? No. Y aquí estaba el caballero. Vamos a mirar hasta por aquí, hacia el lado de la iglesia, y a ver qué hay más allá de la iglesia. La iglesia la quiero empezar en el siguiente capítulo. Joder. Es que ayer... No, ayer no, antes iba corriendo a todas partes y ahora no corre a todas partes. Recuerda personaje, diario, mapa, acción, interactuar, volver, saltar objetos, diario, inventario, mover personaje. Ya, lo que quiero es que tenga el correr de forma predeterminada, ¿sabes? Tengo que ir dando yo todo el rato. Monis. Este es el búnker del que hablaban. Estos engranajes óxidos hacían girar toda la maquinaria. La cadena se pierde en el océano, hacia quién sabe dónde. Hace poco que han tirado este barril, todavía huele a fueóleo. Más cosas por aquí. Antes de entrar ahí. Eso era un barco, ¿no? Miniatura pinta, pueblo blanco, retórica, aerosipatía. Pueblo blanco. Sé que no hay nada por este lado. Camina, hostia. Y por este lado, sí. Colillas de cigarros metidas bajo una piedra, marca Kiomutri. Kiomutri, tomamos una nota mental, parece importante. Alguien hizo una hoguera aquí hace mucho tiempo. En el de control de la torre de relé de radio, ahora inoperativa y... Una radio de onda larga, ¿no? Una corbata que da escalofríos y nos quita 2 de forma física. Una mierda de corbata, básicamente. Pequeñas escenas a lo lejos hacia los postes donde trazan el camino. La escalera está demasiado oxidada para usarla. El aire costero se hace agua con ella. Esta torre de transmisiones coordina a duras penas el tráfico marítimo de la bahía. Amigo. Amigo. Y están las últimas, dice, ¿no? Se sostiene de un hilo. Hemos subido de nivel. Teníamos que subir la enciclopedia. La percepción está bien ahí. Abstracción. ¿Crees que relatividad? Enciclopedia. Es que enciclopedia nos ha dicho muchas cosas. No muy importantes, pero nos ha dicho muchas. Así que no sé qué hacer. O guardarla para otro punto. Lo que no sé es ver si tenemos más de un punto o más de 2 puntos. Ah, vale, aquí, uno. Tenemos uno. A saber si se nos iban acumulando o no. Por ahí no se podía bajar, ¿no? Es por donde vengo. No hay nada más por aquí. Vale, no. No parece que lo haya. Vamos a dar la puerta.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
¿Qué leches es esto?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
¿De servicio de qué?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Transportar municiones y mercancía. A través de la bahía podría ser
It
esto.
may have been used to service an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification,
Un
like
fuerte
a
en la
sea
bahía.
fort in the bay.
¿Podrían haber utilizado esta estructura para hacer el disparo?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Ah. No podemos abrir esto. Totalmente no. De que siga la exploración. Creo que esto no cuenta como mapa. O sea, esto no podemos atravesarlo. No, no. Vamos por este lado, que había un caminito de tablas en el agua. Y ahí hay un puentecito. Ah, vale, mira, se puede pasar por aquí abajo. Ok, ok. Algo por aquí. Es que quiero ir hasta el final por si acaso, si no, ¿para qué lo pondría, no? Vamos a ver. Chavalería. Pero esto debió requerir mucha paciencia. Ah, vale, hemos dado la vuelta. Pintado con tonos pastel, alguien intenta traer alegría al mundo. Hay un niño jugando solo, joder, que frío afuera. Aquí habrá algo. ¿Esto lo puedo tirar ya? Y ahí hay algo que no hemos cogido. Más marcas tribales, este poste está cubierto de pequeños humanoides. Una barra clavada en el hielo mantiene la tienda erguida. Basura de alguna fiesta interminable.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into
Panel
the
de
snow.
eternita lo sostienen dos
Two poles
postes.
barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute.
Vale.
A stronger gust of wind.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Ok.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Pong.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
Ok. Vamos a preguntarle a la niña. Vale, ya hemos abierto esto. Vamos a coger esto. Solo era dinero. Solo era dinero. Y a la vez era dinero. Nuestra minita. A ver qué ponía aquí. Vale, no estaba mirando a ver si había un guardado rápido. Ideario, mapa, hoja de...
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Ok.
Oh. Hello there.
Hello.
It's cold out here.
Pero no lleva gorro, debe estar congelada.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
No te hacen invulnerable. La sensación de frío. Te puedes quedar hipotérmico igual que todo el mundo. De hecho es peligroso porque no te das cuenta que te estás quedando hipotérmico. Porque dices, no tengo frío. Te vas a morir de frío. ¿Dónde está tu gorro?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
Igual es sorda, una patada en la cabeza la hará reaccionar. He dicho que deberías ponerte un gordo. Un gordo. También. Debería y lo tengo.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Tú también deberías ponerte uno si planeas quedarte aquí con este tiempo.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Okay.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Autoridad heroica legendaria aquí. Estas autoridades que nos están echando. Vamos, estas tiradas que nos están echando. Necesario ser
I'm
de
sorry
un
I said
lenguaje.
fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Vale, ¿cómo te llamas?
Cell.
Hola, Cel.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing.
Teñido rubio,
There's a
raíces
coarseness
negras.
to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Acérquenos, no soy un jovenzuelo pretendiente. Esto es un asunto policial.
Okay, it's Burger.
El
A
burger.
very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's a real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Vale. Esto es lo último, como siempre. ¿Qué es este cisme que tienes ahí?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
¿Y los cables?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Ah, joder, qué chulo.
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Como el del hielo.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Vale, Contact Mike. Mike el directo.
No, you're welcome.
Está muy bien, nos recuerda cosas la enciclopedia que no queríamos saber. ¿Esto tiene algo que ver con Mike el directo?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
Boxador.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside.
No sé, es por seguir.
Litany spews forth.
Man, you are one weird cop. You do understand it all just sounds like Mike to me, right?
Sí. ¿Cómo funciona
The
este
mic?
chisme?
I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
¿Dónde conseguiste el
Same place I
micrófono?
got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
El Paliseo. ¿Qué es el Paliseo?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live
En
there,
la calle
like
Boogie
real
de
musicians.
Jamrock.
I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Vale. Han hablado ya varias veces de la calle Boogie. Parece interesante. ¿Quién es ese Dalarno?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum-going kind of person.
Ah, Van Eyck. Pero a Van Eyck sí lo conozco.
I don't know what that means either.
Ni yo, pero tengo pruebas muy fehacientes de que lo peto. Pruebas como un magnetoso y hecho polvo y una habitación de hostal completamente destrozada.
That's cool.
Tiempo me ha abandonado. ¿Por qué?
Sure.
En realidad tengo unas preguntas que no tienen relación con
Okay.
micrófonos. ¿Qué haces aquí fuera con el frío que hace?
Recording, I guess.
¿Estás
I
grabando?
think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too.
¿No tienes
Not sure.
auriculares?
My boyfriend sold them.
Ah, que tienes novio. Ah, que no tienes auriculares.
I
¿Para?
don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were
Mentira.
probably pawned off for something suspicious.
¿Para qué son estas grabaciones de resquebrajaduras y pasos?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
A sentir sin más.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway.
Frota los hombros y mira a su
I
alrededor.
don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Carito de música, se lo llevo todo.
Take this, you're cold.
Comienza a quitarse la chaqueta.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Un gorro le vendría de perlas, sí, pero nos deja escoger qué gorro. No quiero quitarme el mío. El mío me viene bien.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Thanks.
Vale, te hemos dado el gorro que teníamos. Joder. El
That,
garito de música a la
the boys
iglesia.
think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid.
Intentan
It's really
transformarlo en el local
not
de
gonna be a
música en el
Palaceum, that's for
Paliseo.
sure.
Los chicos,
Yeah.
André y los
Andre and the
chicos,
guys,
dentro
they're
en la
inside.
tienda.
And why is that?
¿Por qué estás tú aquí fuera?
They got too much stuff crammed in there.
Nice.
No room.
Eso es mentira.
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger.
Como esos auriculares que
piles
vendió
of
tu
it.
novio, ¿verdad?
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
¿Por qué no dejar algo fuera para que no tengas que
That
congelar?
stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Go
Vale.
ahead.
Ahora voy.
Okay.
Un segundo. Voy a ponerme un gorro. ¿Qué tengo por aquí que puede ir a la cabeza? Mi gorro normal. O sea, mi gorro de siempre. Diría que es el único que tengo. Pues mira, enciclopedia. Joder, es que le hemos dado el bueno. Ya no me acuerdo que hemos perdido. No me acuerdo que hemos perdido. Es el único que teníamos.
Hello again.
Le has dado un gorro, el icosaedro rojo. No sé, el icosaedro rojo nos da ventaja a veces sin saber por qué.
It's supposed to accept that,
Es la música densa nodina.
you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made
Tarea
of
secreta
electronic
completada.
instruments.
Instrumentos electrónicos como cuáles.
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds,
No sean
stuff like
guitarras.
that.
Así que queréis convertir a la iglesia en un club.
I know. It's not my idea.
A mí tampoco
Andre
me
and the
parece una
boys
mala
found
idea.
the
Si
place.
está abandonada.
It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
Ahora ni siquiera se lo pueden agenciar. Se suponía que estaba desierto.
Hey, you two are cops.
Sí, ¿por qué lo dices?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church.
Cosas
If you're
extrañas
police,
en
you should
la...
look into it, right?
Sí, sí, sí.
They're inside that thing there. Go ahead.
Sorprendente cómo todo con el interrogatorio improvisado. ¿Existe algún motivo?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Vale. La muchacha es
Fast
lista,
and
pero...
clean, a good one.
Deberías mandar a la
Can't
mierda al
quite
muchacho
say
este.
it's a lie, but it
Coger
feels
tus
like
cascos
one. She's better at
que
lying
les
than
den por
she'd
culo.
like everyone to know.
¿Te han interrogado antes?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm
Vale.
sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
¿Qué hay al este del río?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Déjame que adivine. La gente rica no es de por aquí.
Aren't they? I thought they were as Vacholaire as any of us. Just way richer.
Agentes externos.
Maybe you're right.
¿Qué problema tienes con la
Most of
policía?
them do the usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
¿Qué es lo típico?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13.
En
In Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
¿Qué es eso de en favor?
Is this a rhetorical question?
¿Qué te empujó a mudarte una vez tan
My
temprana?
dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
Fanático mayor.
Thank you?
The girl is truly proud of herself.
Go ahead.
Esto no ha subido más. La mujer pelirroja.
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Así no hay vecinos que se quejen cuando pongáis el club en marcha.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Ok, eso es todo. Se siguen oyendo los barcos todo el rato. Está guay. Ahora nos deja mirar esto, antes creo que no. Musgo amarillo en esas piedras, probablemente robadas del jardín de Alien. Bueno, rápido, no sé lo que hay dentro.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new
Hay 3
form of
chavales.
music. It's like nothing you've ever heard.
Come on, get in
André.
and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Ok,
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
ok, entramos.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too
Okay.
old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Bueno,
I'm sure
no
you
sabemos
will
si
feel
son
right at
delincuentes.
home. I'll keep watch.
Ok. Esta es la canción que os dije, esta es la canción que os dije. Esta es la de electrostasis, cosas así. Eran nombres extraños. Huele a sudor y detergente para la ropa, además de un vestigio de éter. Líquido para motor de arranque Caprice Land. Un altavoz de los grandes que se usan para música en directo. Un montón de aerosoles nasales. Cuidado. Recipientes llenos de lo que parece ser agua. Etiqueta pone destilada. Este es el que nos ha hablado, ¿no? Al principio.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts
Ahora va a
the
entrar más
toothbrush
fuerte la
down
canción.
and
Va a empezar.
extends his
Tarán,
hand
tarán.
in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm.
This is my posse, Noid,
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
and Egghead.
Cabeza huevo.
Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
¿Cuántos locales habéis montado?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Entre manos.
That means they haven't set up a
Stevie
single
Wonder.
one.
¿Qué hacéis aquí?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Ok.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical
La iglesia está
property.
ocupada.
I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of
Manera
narcomania
de
on the coast.
narcomanía de la costa.
Finally, someone who understands the plight of narcomania. Play it cool. You might
Okay.
have an ally here.
¿De qué estabas hablando exactamente?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
Son peligrosos.
He
Ya
leans
veremos.
back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners
Habrá que verlo.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
¿De qué calaña estamos hablando? No, espera. Nada de narcómagos en mi guardia.
And the worst part is,
Espeluznantes.
they're also spooky.
¿Qué quieres decir con que son
I was
espeluznantes?
hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre.
Okay.
And a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting
Sí.
them out. Whatever's all right, man.
Acepto todo, la verdad, casi.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously.
¿Cuál es el estado de la iglesia? ¿O no he entrado en el
I
edificio?
asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock.
Un
It's a
candado.
temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my
¿Qué
best
de la
work,
llave?
but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid, give the officer
Vale,
the key.
mira.
All right.
Ración normal.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches.
Atrapar.
Ka-ching! The
Ka-ching.
key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Regodearte en la gloria.
The young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders looks at you, standing there, with the word august
Muy recuperado
used as an adjective. That's how cool it feels to be old and cool in the eyes.
¿Cuánto llevan esas personas
Let's
encerradas ahí
Not
dentro?
long. Like a week, maybe?
Ok. ¿Seguro que no han muerto de inanición? No, es... Bueno,
Thank you. We just thought it was the right thing to do. Sure,
más
man.
preguntas.
Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
¿Quién es exactamente la gente de la
Truth
iglesia?
is, I don't really know. None of us do. I
Más
don't
vale
even know how many
prevenir que
there
curar.
are. Yes. There's also the machinery.
La maquinaria.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned. Empty.
Aparecieron máquinas
Took some time
extrañas,
getting the crew together.
arrumbadas por ahí.
One of them has wires
Cables que
running
van
into
hasta los
bowls
cuencos
of
de agua.
water. Wires into water.
No sé lo que es.
Andre, tell him about the
Ah,
feeling.
una presencia también.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
Ok.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like
El
silence.
silencio, un silencio
Awful
horrible.
silence.
Pero no habéis visto físicamente a nadie.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's
Una
kind
mujer
of
han
it.
visto. ¿La mujer pelirroja puede ser?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
No me queda muy claro
Not
eso.
really.
En realidad no.
Brown hair,
Pelo castaño vieja con
old,
sinusoides pesas.
heavy.
What Noid said.
So
Ok.
brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems like a
¿Cómo
stretch
que
at
algo
this
te estaba observando?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
Ok.
It wasn't
Igual no estabas
quite
solo.
human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost.
Yes.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling.
El hombre
like some kind
cangrejo.
of crab man. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling. Like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Crab man! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time. But I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Ok.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them
¿Puedes
draw you
contarme más
in
sobre la
with this.
maquinaria?
You should talk to Noid about that.
Ok,
I just got
no.
a distinct burnout and dopehead sign.
¿Cómo sabéis que son
Probably
unos
jacked
yonkis
up
y no
to
los
some
habéis
stuff.
visto?
Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Sure. What?
Mencionaste a los eclesiásticos dueños de la iglesia. ¿Quiénes son?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor
Partido
named for the
fundador.
founding party.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with
¿Qué quieres
money.
decir con meteorano?
Of Meteo, concerning Meteo.
André, ¿qué es el...?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I
Okay.
can't, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Totally.
The Pericarnassian Church is
La
about
iglesia
love.
percasiana.
And Nordic music
Es
is
la
about
que vimos,
love.
efectivamente, es la que vimos a través de los binoculares, eso.
Love is hardcore.
Ok.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
El huevo este está colado.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your
Vale,
big
meneamos la
tip
cabeza.
feels good.
Oh yeah.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Your posse's like your people, man.
Ok.
And where is your posse?
Mi pandilla es
Nothing comes to
el
you.
teniente.
The world is silent.
Are we?
Yeah.
Proceder.
Yeah! Do it for the masses. Do it for the...
I didn't want to say
Voy
it,
con los
but
colgados
it was
de
pretty
la
lame of
música.
you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is. You feel like you could go for a little disco when or if.
Me
they get
gustaría
this
preguntarte
job
sobre esta tienda llena de equipamiento.
Yes. What?
¿A qué viene tanto no
The
saber?
what now? Oh, the old ultra.
done. He's like an actor.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose.
A mí me parece
We
que
all
estás
do.
bien.
Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. With
Nosefed is the
Mm.
shit.
¿Puedo tomar un poco? Yo también tengo problemas nasales.
sure.
Ok, ya
There you
tenemos
go,
uno más.
officer. The noser.
Tu propia
Yeah,
agua,
yeah. Good
destilada y todo.
Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel
En
station.
la
It's
gasolinera.
like he's lying to you,
Está
my
mintiendo.
liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Aquí apesta a sudor.
Does. Told you we have a smell problem.
También huele a éter. ¿A qué se debe?
Ether? I don't smell ether.
No.
Mezclado con un olor químico peculiar como un detergente para la ropa.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug related.
Ujú.
However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and
Ahora
they're
mismo no
at
ha
least not under the influence of stimulants.
No ha
That
puesto de
doesn't rule out
estimulante, al menos.
hallucinogens, benzos,
Entiendo lo del
some
no sapez, pero
depressants.
¿qué es del líquido de arranque?
The engine starting fluid? It's for starting engines.
El que motor es el de los que están como que tienen electricidad.
What's with the goddamn Romangaron?
Keep on it, sire.
¿Qué tal el contenido extra de éter? ¿Tira bien?
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
¿Puede que el ligero olor a éter que percibí antes sea de alguna manera relacionado con el éter etílico?
No idea, man.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Vale, todavía no. Eso es todo por ahora.
As always, we'll be right here.
Me han dicho que pregunte a este por...
A young man with
No, este es cabeza huevo. ¿Ves?
Hardcore.
Your cop training did not could there have been a
El
right
acertijo
way
de cabeza
out of this
huevo.
garden of forking paths?
Ok, este es el que sabía de
So you had
cables.
a talk with Andre. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time. Yeah, gotta compare.
Interesantes. Hablo de las máquinas.
Weird stuff. Specialized.
Procesador de datos,
There
una
was a
especie de
data
maquinaria de onda
processor,
larga. Ok.
wires going into
Cables
water.
bajo el agua.
Gives off a spy sign.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution.
Nothing's wrong with it.
Ok,
You should
¿crees que es
definitely-
real?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't. Sonic powers.
¿Por qué te llamas
Hell,
Noi?
The hardcore aesthetic is I can see that.
Sincroniza los
Further
sinusoides con
sign
Noi.
matching would do good for us.
Ok. Vale, pues son las 10. Vamos a ir a hablar con el muchacho, pero en el siguiente capítulo y también hablamos con la muchacha. Así que nos vemos.